Hello, parents. Welcome to the Masterful Parenting Show. My name is Ann Alvarez. I'm a parent coach, school counselor, and mom of two. Do you sometimes struggle with your parenting role? Do you lose patience? Sometimes yell at your children? Maybe you don't know how to communicate to them, or maybe they simply don't listen. Believe me, I know the challenges of parenting. I have had many, many challenges, and I have learned over the years what works with kids. And I'm here to help you. This show is for you. It's to help you to learn tips, to understand what things you can do to make your relationship better, how to connect, and how to communicate in a way that touches your children's hearts. And so this show is going to be helpful and impactful for you. That is my hope and my mission, parents. So join me every week, every Saturday, for a new episode where we will dive into how to help you as a parent. Hello, parents. Today is episode 4. And episode 4, we are going to be learning about healthy relationships. What is a healthy relationship? And how do we show healthy relationships with our children? You know, if you are a parent that comes from childhood pain, a parent that has struggled or had some dysfunction or abuse or unhealthy relationships in your childhood, then you may struggle with parenting in a healthy way. And we didn't learn, and I'm speaking for myself because I came from childhood pain, we didn't learn how to be relational and what a healthy relationship was. And so as adults, we have to learn that. And over time, over many, many years, I have learned what is healthy and what is not healthy. And I have adopted that in my parenting life. I'm going to tell you, parents, like in society, we struggle with being healthy because we come from a place where society believes in conforming, in obeying, in punishing, and in just controlling behavior. And because we've had this societal pressure, all of us that have grown up in society, we have this societal pressure to control our own children and to get them to conform. And this actually is not healthy. It is not healthy because you are repressing who you are, your feelings, and how you really want to be in the world. And so basically, there's 3 components to being healthy or being in a healthy relationship. The first component is being seen. So you are not ignored. When you come home, all members of the family are happy to see you and they say hello to you and they want to know about your day. That's being seen. Being seen is you are a valuable part of this family and we're happy that you're here. So being seen is the first one. The second one is being heard. So being heard means that you can express how you feel about things. You can express anger, sadness, happiness, joy. You can express all the range of emotions that you're experiencing. And everybody's okay with it. Everyone in the family wants you to express your feelings and your opinions. That is being heard. Being heard is you are valuable, your opinions matter, and we want to hear about them. We want to know about them. Okay, so being seen, being heard. And the last one is being supported. And being supported means when you have an idea, then you are supported in that idea. You are encouraged to do that, to try out for the basketball team, to do volleyball, to take an art class. So you express, your children express to us, or our children express to us, what they want to do. And we say, yes, let's try it. Let's do it. That's being supported. So being supported really is about being encouraged with your ideas and your goals and what you want to do. And so those are the three foundations of a healthy relationship: being seen, so you're not ignored; being heard, your opinions matter; and being supported. How do we help you achieve your goals and your dreams? Okay, those are the three components to healthy relationships. And without one of them, it's not healthy. We need all three. All three provides an environment that is healthy to grow up in, right? And that's what we want for our kids. We want our kids to feel that they are living in an environment that is healthy. And when we have a healthy environment, it creates safety. We want our kids to feel safe in their own homes. All right. Okay, let's talk a little bit about unhealthy relationships, because maybe some of us grew up with unhealthy relationships and we didn't realize that they were unhealthy. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about what is an unhealthy relationship. Okay, unhealthy relationship is conditional love. If you don't do this, then I'm going to ignore you. I'm not going to love you. Right? That's conditional love. And that's unhealthy. And unhealthy relationships are all about manipulation too. So you're going to get punished if you don't do this, or I'm going to take away your phone if you don't listen to me. That is unhealthy, okay? Because we're manipulating our children. And so we have to be really mindful that we are not using unhealthy methods to getting our children to listen to us, right? To comply with what we want. All right. So that is unhealthy. Okay. Just to make it really, really simple, it's this: healthy relationships feel good and unhealthy relationships feel bad. So that is how you know if you are behaving in an unhealthy or a healthy way. So if you're yelling at your child, that doesn't feel good. So that's unhealthy. If you are punishing your child, that doesn't feel good. That's unhealthy. If you are um, demanding things, that doesn't feel good to the child. You can tell too from our children will express like whether they're upset. And then we know it doesn't feel good, right? Because it needs to feel good for our children and for us for it to be healthy. So our feelings and our children's feelings will tell us if our actions, our behavior is healthy or not healthy, right? And we can be healthy with our words too when we are encouraging and we're not making our children feel shamed for mistakes that they've made. So we also have to be healthy with our actions, and we also have to be healthy with our words. Okay, so unhealthy behaviors: ignoring, withholding love, conditional love, yelling, showing anger. Um, these are all unhealthy behaviors. And so we can turn those around into healthy behaviors. And we want to do that so that we can teach our children healthy ways of being. Because maybe we didn't learn that as kids. And we want our children to learn how to be healthy. Okay. The goal is I want my children to understand what a healthy relationship is so that they attract healthy relationships in their adult lives. Okay. Because we repeat things that we've learned from our childhood. So when we grow up in a healthy environment, then we know that what is healthy and we are going to attract relationships in our adult lives that are healthy. And if we grow up with unhealthy relationships in our childhood, then we attract unhealthy relationships in our adult lives. That is just the way it is. We live what we learned as children until we understand that there was healing to be done, and understand where it's coming from, why we're attracting bad relationships or unhealthy relationships into our lives. Okay. And also, a healthy relationship always involves reconciliation and problem solving. Okay. So, reconciliation is, all right, I made a mistake and I want things to be better. So, I'm going to apologize. Okay. And we have to, as parents, we have to model apologizing, right? We can't expect our children to apologize and then we won't apologize to them. We have to apologize when we've made a mistake. And then our children will model that to us because they see us doing it. We have to be really mindful of that. So I say parents should always be the first to reconcile because we're modeling. We want a good relationship with you. We want good relationships in the family. All right. So I made a mistake. I shouldn't have yelled at you, sweetheart. And I love you very much. And I apologize. I was stressed out. Okay, that is building relationship. That is building connection when we reconcile. So it's so important. And kids, when they hear that, they're going to feel your love and they will forgive. So we have to make sure that we are humble and that we're okay to apologize when we make mistakes because we're going to make mistakes. Like we're not perfect. We are going to raise our voice sometimes. We are going to get frustrated. We're not going to be as patient with them 100% of the time. There are going to be moments when we lose it, and we are human. So those moments will happen. But what's so important is in a healthy relationship that we reconcile, we apologize, and we try to make things better. And also, problem solving is so huge in healthy relationships because unhealthy relationships are all about blaming. You did this. You should have done this. Why didn't you do that? Like that is actually the environment I grew up with is blaming, not problem solving. But as an adult, I know now blaming solves nothing. And it just makes people feel bad, right? And we know if it feels bad, it's unhealthy. So we don't want to move towards blaming, and we do not want our children blaming either. So we can say to our kids, how does blaming help? Maybe we can move towards problem solving. What do you think is going to make things better? And then we're modeling healthy relationships because healthy relationships are about making things better, problem solving together, figuring out how to be peaceful together. Okay. So that is so important that we invite problem solving with our children because that is healthy. And when we invite them into the problem solving, then there's buy-in because they're part of the discussion. They're part of solving the problem, right? Okay. So we know healthy relationships feel good. And we want healthy relationships with our kids. Why? Because then our kids feel safe. We're actually creating a safe environment at home when we foster healthy relationships. I will tell you, children who feel safe with their parents, who feel unconditional love, who don't, who know their parents are not going to shame them or blame them, who feel that their parents are strong and are there for them, are supportive, have seen them, heard them, and are supporting them, those children will go to their parents when they're in trouble. And that is a safe environment, and that is safety in a relationship. We want our children to feel like they can come to us with any problem, and that we'll be there for them. We will help them, but they will not come to us if they don't feel safe. They will not come to us if they feel like we can't handle it, or that we're going to love them unconditionally, or that we're going to punish them. they will not come to us. They will not open up to us. And I know this because I have worked years and years listening to teenagers, hundreds of teenagers tell me the same thing when I ask them, can you talk to your parents about it? They will say, no, 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 I don't want to talk to my parents about it. And I'll ask them, why? Why don't you want to talk to your parents about it? Oh, because they're going to flip out. Oh, because they're going to punish me. Oh, they're going to be mad. Or I don't want to upset them. That's also very, very common. I don't want to upset them. And then I have this conversation with my teenagers as a school counselor. I say, but it's okay for your parents to be upset. I mean, to handle your problems. Like that's the parent's role. I'm a parent and I want to help my kids with their problems. And so that is the messaging that we have to give our kids is that I'm here for you and it doesn't matter what the problem is because there's no problem that's too big that we can't handle. And there's no problem that you tell me that will stop me from loving you because I'm always going to love you because I have unconditional love for you, honey. Do you see how empowering that is? When we have these conversations, then our children will feel safe to come to us. And better they come to us than their friends. Better they come to us than a stranger. Better they come to us than try to solve the problem without any guidance. So that is the reason why we want to create this safety at home. Because when we create healthy relationships and safety at home, then we are actually keeping our children safe because they will come to us with small and big problems, knowing that they are going to be unconditionally loved and supported at home. Okay, so super, super important, parents, that we give the messaging to our children that they are safe to tell us anything and that we will love them unconditionally. And we want to know when they're in trouble so we can help them. If we don't know what's going on, then we can't help them. We can't protect them. We can't keep them safe. Okay, so that is the messaging that we need to give our children. First, we create this safety at home by helping them to feel seen, heard, and supported. And then also giving them the message that they can tell us anything and that we're okay. We're there to help them. All right. So how do we maintain healthy relationships at home? I know it's hard. If you're a working parent, you get stressed from work and sometimes you bring it home. And life is not perfect and things don't always go smoothly. But parents, I'm going to tell you, one of the things that will help you is to be aware of where you're at. I call it your temperature gauge, right? What is your temperature? Is it good? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it just right? Okay, if it's just right, then you're feeling good about your life and you can handle things and you can be healthy with your kids. But, if you're too hot, you get irritated, nothing's going right, then you're going to bring that energy home. You're going to bring that negativity home. So that has to be addressed. Or if you're too cold and you just want to be alone, you just want to isolate, you don't want to be around people, everybody's annoying you, then that has to be addressed as well. Whatever we're going through, our children feel it. That's why we have to be aware of ourselves. So we come home with an energy, and the energy our children feel. And the energy could be like really down and really sad. And our kids feel that. And then they want to be the ones to comfort us, right? Or it could be really angry, and our kids feel that and they want to hide. They don't want to be around us, right? Because we're annoyed or getting on their case. And so when we are behaving this way, that's unhealthy. We know that we're not healthy, and that we have to do things to help us to feel good again. Because when we feel good, we are parenting from a place of strength. We are being the most effective parents when we are happy with our lives, happy with our work, happy with who we are. All of that is really good because then we come home with this great energy of life is joyful, life is good, life is amazing, right? Um, and our kids will feel that. So, parents, if we are struggling, then we know we need to do self care. And self care involves taking time for yourself to do something that makes you feel good. I'll tell you, I'm in a stressful job. I do listen to really heavy problems in my counseling field. And it's not easy to to be in that role. I mean, I love it so much because I feel like I'm making impact and helping people, but it does drain me. And so I can feel it. I can feel my energy is not good. Or that was a really heavy day of counseling. And I will come home and I will do something for myself. Mainly it's running because running really actually helps me to feel good again. It's the endorphins are working in the brain. And that is my thing. My thing is I go for a run and I come home and I feel good again. So you have to find your thing, right? Whatever makes you feel good again, because we don't have to sit in negativity. We don't have to sit in the problems that we had at work. We can release them and we can be at home and be joyful at home with our children. We just need the self-care part and we need to incorporate self-care in our lives. I say daily, daily we need to do something to take care of ourselves. And it may be even just a few minutes of deep breathing or praying or going for a brisk walk, something that makes you feel good, listening to music. Like whatever makes you feel good, that elevates your mood and your energy, that is what you need to do. And then that way, when you're at home, you can be healthy with your kids. So important that we uh, take care of ourselves and have a good energy when we come home. The other thing I really am a firm believer in is practicing gratitude. So starting your day, being grateful for what you have, because we all have things that we can be grateful for, right? And being grateful for things about our children. What's great about your kids and focusing on that. That is going to elevate your mood and help you to be happy and relational with them and healthy with them is when you're focusing on the positive things that they're doing and what you're grateful for in your life and what you're grateful for with your children. That is also going to be amazing in your life to feel that every day. So that's something I practice, and it has helped me in this parenting journey to feel good and to foster healthy relationships with our kids. So important, parents, that we want to foster healthy relationships. So just a recap. Healthy relationships feel good. And when you are in healthy relationships with your kids, you're going to feel good about your parenting. And sometimes we're going to struggle. And when we're struggling, we know we need to be aware and that we need self care. And we need to do something that's going to elevate our mood and our energy so that we can come home and be there for our kids, loving them and modeling healthy relationships with them. And we're going to practice gratitude because gratitude elevates mood. and it helps us to feel happier. It actually rewires the brain for happiness when you focus on gratitude. It's a scientific brain science thing that I read, article that I read about how gratitude rewires the brain for happiness. So when we're practicing gratitude every day and we're taking care of ourselves, then we can be healthy with our kids and we can model healthy relationships with them. So we are always working towards problem solving, listening to them, helping them to feel seen, heard, and supported, because those three components are part of being in a healthy relationship. We need all three of them. And then we reconcile. That means when we made a mistake, we try and fix it right away. We try to apologize and we own up to it. We're humble about it and we're modeling that to our kids. And then we invite problem solving with them. Okay, what do you think would make things better? Instead of blaming, we focus on problem solving. These are all the tips, parents, to help you to foster healthy relationships with your kids. I hope this has been helpful. If it has blessed you or helped you in any way, then please you can follow me on the Masterful Parenting Facebook group, Masterful Parenting Podcast. I have a YouTube channel as well. And you can just keep watching the show. Every Saturday, I will have more tips for you parents to help you on your parenting journey. Thanks for joining today. I love you, parents. Take care.